Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. And here in the United States, and particularly in the southeast U.S., we're into the second half of summer. And even though the temperatures are still warm, in fact, they're still hot, a lot of things happen that can influence plants and pests, such as day length. And as day length gets shorter, it certainly has its impact. And here, this crepe myrtle that just a few weeks ago was in full glory is now starting to, the flowering is starting to decline somewhat because the day length's getting shorter. And even though the weather's still conducive to the growth of this plant, the day length is changing, and we're just seeing a little less flowering. So one thing that happens in midsummer in many parts of the United States is fall armyworms. Fall armyworms only overwinter in the very extreme southeastern portion of the country, and then they migrate north. Flights of moths develop, weather patterns push them through, and these moths can actually cover long distances, and once they arrive, the damage can begin. And we have seen that in North Carolina. Sometimes we see problems as early as late June. Sometimes we don't really see problems until September. But this year it's been August. The first week of August we really saw serious problems beginning, and it's a problem that you really need to be on the lookout for. And as I've told you to you many times, the moths themselves lay eggs on the edge of most turf grass areas, on trees, on fences, on houses, buildings, you name it, and then they move into the actual turf area. So you need to know that you look for this pest damage starting on the edge. The other thing is watching for birds. Unusually high numbers of birds that come in. You see them along the edge. They're problematic in just that they're present, and they can be there in fairly high numbers. But if you see that, it probably means they're feeding on something, and it could well be fall armyworms. So birds are a really good indicator you've got a problem. So just keep that in mind. This problem can extend all the way through till we get a really good killing frost. So they're here, they're causing issues for us. Try to stay ahead of it. It's a lot easier to knock this problem out early on when they're in the margins than it is when they really move into the turf area and do a lot of damage. Hope that helps. Look forward to talking with you again soon.